Welcome back to the fifth video of this tutorial series. As we have seen in the last videos, I showed you how to install and configure PHP in order to work with the IBM Domino server. Once we have done that, we're ready basically to start working with the application, with the Notes Domino application, and I will show you how to install it and configure it, and we will end by doing, a basic test of this application that will be, making some analysis, sending analysis to IBM Watson Personality Insights service in order to see the results. Okay, this part it's going to be, I think, very quick because it's very easy to configure. As you can see in the attached files, you will find another zip file which is called ICS Notes app. This zip file contains only one very small NSF database. What you will have to do is unzip it, and then we will copy this Notes database to the server, but we will go back to the Notes data directory. We will create a new folder called ICS. Okay, here it is, and we will just copy this file, this database here. Okay, now we can go back to the IBM Domino administrator. We'll go to the file section. We will see the directory that we just created, and we will see the database in this directory. The first thing that you need to do at this point is to sign this database with a user that has the appropriate execution rights for this server. So I'm using the administrator, and I will sign this with this user. Okay, everything looks fine. Now that we have signed this application, we can basically open it with the designer. Okay. Now that we have the application open in the designer, I will basically show you the configuration that you need to do in order for this application to work. In the next video, I'm going to go through all the configure how this application works, to be exactly. But right now, I just want to point where are the places where you can start the configuration, and input your own keys from IBM Bluemix and the keys for your Twitter um, application in order to integrate this Notes application to be able to access and read Twitter posts and then send them to IBM Watson in order for the personality insights to analyze that information and returns you the results of that analysis. Um, the places this application basically consists on um, three Lotus script agents that uses um, basically a library that you can find in the internet. It's an open source. It's basically freely to be used. It's a it's basically a Java library that has been being able to access through Lotus script. So this is the library that we will use in order to make some post and request um, to external resources. And these are the agents that use that library. For example, as you can see, the three scripts. The first one is it's going to request an input of text in order to send that information to IBM Watson to be analyzed. The second one, it's going to request information about a Twitter user in order to access the post for that user and send that information to Watson. And the third one, it's going to be expecting from you to specify some URLs for example, blog entries of a user, and this application is going to access those blog entries or websites, get that information, and send it back to Watson to be analyzed. So let's start with the first one. You will see these. This is basically a simple Lotus script agent. We have specified um, some variables in this case, some where you can specify your own options and configuration keys. In this case, you can make some changes for calling, make the correct calls to the resources that we're going to be using. For example, we have been using the ICS Domino domain, which points to the virtual machine that we created in these tutorials, and then this is the path to the correct PHP file that is going to receive all the options that we're going to send through these variables that are right here. The first one is the Watson URL. Of course, this is basically the same for everybody. And then is the username and password for your Bluemix account. And that's it. That's everything that you need to change for this application to work when you are going to send only text to Watson. But if we check this agent, you will see the same options here, where you can change to ICS dominosoft.com, but you will see 4 more options that you need to complete. These keys can be accessed through the apps.twitter, I think apps.twitter.com. So you will have to, of course, complete your Bluemix username and password. And the last one is very similar to the first one, where you can specify the domain, ICS, Luminosoft, and you will have to input your IBM Bluemix username and password. And it's basically what you will have to do for this application to work. Okay, now that I have shown you the agents that makes all the magic, because they receive the information from the form, the only form that you will find in this application, and then these Lotus script agents passes all that information to the PHP file, which in this case it's going to request, or in this case access the information. For example, if you're requesting that Watson is going to be analyzing, for example, blog entries or Twitter accounts, those PHP files are going to make sure that the information is going to be, accessed, and get that information and pass that information back to the IBM Watson service. So this is basically a basic explanation of this application. I'm not going into details of how this works, because in the next video I'm going to show you that. But I'm going to show you what's the name of the application. ICS underscore Watson. Okay, let's try to access that file. Okay, and that's it. Now the application works. We basically it's a very simple form where you can for example select to input a text, or blog entries, or even a Twitter account. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to in the next video I'm going to show you and go through how this application works, and how you can use this source as an entry point for your own applications. Thanks again for tuning.